right. Here we go. All right, let me get myself settled here. I need my pen, I think. We're live. Hello.
Hi.
You got the good shot there.
Welcome to Flapper on the Table.
Yes, we're ready to go again here in Indiana. This is our 9th episode.
9?
9. And I...
9?
9.
8, 9, whatever it is.
It's 9.
Wow.
It's
And
9.
we're August 23rd, 2020.
My daughter's birthday.
Happy birthday, Tori.
It's Tori's birthday
Yay.
today.
Happy birthday, Tori.
Yay.
I'm Micah.
And Sue.
And Deb. And we're here to entertain you again.
Totally entertain you.
From
Totally.
Flock Around the Table. And quickly, let me say thank you to all the subscribers. We made our first goal of 100.
We did.
And we're so excited.
Yay.
And we did it in like 9 episodes, which is 9.
Yeah.
plus a
Well,
half,
actually
9 and a
8.
half. Well, 8.5.
Yeah.
It was probably the
Well,
half
yeah.
that threw
The
us
half.
over.
It was the half that threw it
put
over.
it over the edge.
It was
Put it
the
over the
half
edge.
that just kind of
And we
took
have
us
a
over.
really exciting announcement later on in our in this episode.
Yes,
so
we
stay
do.
tuned.
Stay
You're going to be
tuned.
glad that you did.
Yeah, because normally you give those on bigger ones, like 10 or 15 or something. We'll have to make sure we do ours on off numbers. Our big announcements or our big,
On the episode like 10
like episode 10 people expect, or your 10th anniversary you want a present, or
No, we have a big we have a big surprise for you all at the end.
Of today.
Coming up.
In fact, I'm going to set
It's
my watch
really-
so it'll remind me.
It really is that Sue's pregnant.
Can you tell? This is
It's all on her head.
Yeah.
This is a giveaway.
No, I had a dream that I was pregnant, and I woke up and I thought, oh my God. Of course, it would have been another Jesus Christ because...
Yeah,
well,
that
it would
part
be
has
with
worked
me
for
too
us.
because
that's
a whole other story. But
and today, I don't know if you can tell, but we have
you
our
can't really
own-
see.
So know, like the talk or any of those
Flock
other
Around the
shows,
Table
we have
mugs.
Flock Around the Table mugs. So there you go. Is this for our drinking enjoyment?
We're official. We have coffee mugs now.
Yeah.
We're official.
That's
This is
right.
kind of cool. This is really pretty neat. Coffee mugs.
Well, okay, so
our own subscribers.
I know they're all sitting here going, "Why the hell does she have a bright orange freaking thing on top of her head?"
And that's what we're going to lead into today.
Yeah.
Because this is.
Explain the whole thing.
Yeah, please do.
Well, okay. So there's a thing going around on TikTok or whatever that for us gals with curlier hair or wavy hair, that if you wrap it up in a t-shirt and let it dry, it looks fantastic. And of course, when you're seeing these on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, you don't really know if they've produced the video a little bit more.
Right, or they've added or
they've touched it up or whatnot. So I don't edit. I don't know how to edit. So this is live with you guys. I put this up at 6:00 this morning and fed them breakfast.
Figured out we don't edit. So.
Yeah, we don't edit. Like you get what you get, you get.
That's so true.
So I put it up this morning at 6. So hopefully it's dry. And this is one of my work t-shirts, so you put it up in a t-shirt. So I have my safety orange shirt on my head.
Yes, you do.
So let's just see what the heck.
You're supposed to get long ringlets.
These are the arms. So I don't know if you guys know how to do this, but you lay your t-shirt out flat with the arms in the front and the bottom of the shirt towards you, and you flip your hair on top of it and tie the bottom of the shirt behind your head, and then your arms, these are your armholes, you bring up and tie it like that. Whatever. So let's see. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my hair is still wet. It's still wet and just as curly as it normally is.
They're kind of...
They are kind of stringy, curly.
Stringy?
Yeah, my hair is still wet.
Is that how it is?
No, it's supposed to be dry, but it's not dry.
Well,
Because I have massive head of hair.
But is that what your hair looks like?
This is what it looks like when I get out of the shower.
So it's not something that
So it's not a change?
No, not a change. And I even put some curl enhancer in it. So, okay. I guess I need to sleep with it overnight. So maybe next week we'll give it a try again. I can't do this with hair in my face though. So, okay.
Oh, darn. But it does. It's got crinkly.
Yeah, we got cranky curls.
You got little crinkly curls. You do.
Okay.
I mean, I think if it would dry, it would definitely look here. There's a little bouncy curl. You're bouncing.
Yep.
You know, you got a little bounce beside.
Yeah, I'm not going to try it.
It's almost shear length. Whoa. I'll just do it with her
Too
hair.
funny.
Whoa.
Too funny. It's still wet, and I kept going like this, going, "Oh yeah, it feels like it's dry." No, it's like wet. It's like wet, like I just towel dried it.
Oh,
At
really?
any rate, yeah, yeah.
Well, would your hair normally,
Yeah, you've
hair
got
would
so
it
much
dry
hair.
from 6 to 9 or 6 to 10 or whatever time it is here? Almost 10.
Yeah,
I mean, would it-
that's 4 hours. I had it wrapped around. Yeah,
Well, you didn't get a lot of air.
no. At any
So, I
rate.
mean, if it would have been windy day and you had sat outside, it would have dried with a towel, with a t-shirt.
If it was windy,
Yeah.
but it's not windy today.
It's kind of curly. I'm looking at it. So, I mean,
Oh, yeah, no, it's
really,
kinda
got-
curly.
I
It's
think
kinda
if you,
curly.
you know, next week if we
But
do-
I'm kind of curly anyway.
Yeah,
I am kind of curly anyway. It's not like my hair is straight.
Oh.
yeah, that's true.
Okay, so on with it.
No. I was thinking it was going to be like
The great
Shirley Temple.
experiment.
The great experiment didn't work so well. Maybe I'll try sleeping with it overnight because it's really not that uncomfortable.
No, it wouldn't
That
be.
thing on your head. It's not. I know it looked silly.
It looks
It did
so
look
new. I
silly.
mean, it was just.
Well, I
this
mean,
new-
you know what? That's what I'm going to do on Monday. I'm going to wear that going into work. I'm going to put my safety orange hat on my head and walk around work and see what the guys in the warehouse think of that. That would be fantastic. I'll have the safety yellow shirt on with the safety orange one on my head.
That'll be nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then the helmet, and see how long it takes somebody to talk to you about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Larry probably would come up to me and go, "Are you getting dreads?" Yeah, well, whatever.
Okay, that's so cute, though. I wonder if I tried it.
Yeah, because you have
Would
some
I
really
get,
long
like-
locks.
Would I get like
And curly.
Yeah, it would just.
You probably
go,
would look like you had bedhead.
Like you've slept
Like
with
it'd be up, straight up on one
What
side.
is it? It's called cruise hair. I don't care.
Cruise hair, I don't care.
Oh,
You know, or whatever. You know, vacation
There's
hair,
a-
or I don't care. They have, you know,
Yeah.
you
Bed
see
head,
those every.
sex head,
Ooh,
No,
sex
that's
hair.
that
hair.
wouldn't happen.
that would be
Sex hair. Wait a minute.
Sex hair?
no, that would be pushed up and back.
Yeah, that'd be like this.
No, mine would be pushed up in front.
Too much information.
Yeah, that kind of gets over the board there, you know, for me or whatever.
I did want to mention that my grandson Ryan's birthday was Wednesday, and he turned 17.
Oh my God.
He's now 6'2". He was born, and he was 6 pounds and something in this little thin.
4 foot long baby.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. He was a little guy, and he was. He has red hair, terribly handsome. Of course, I may be partial, but
No.
now he's 17, for God's sake.
But you know what? What's really cool is because you said he likes to cook and stuff, and
Yeah.
Sue cooks us on breakfast in the mornings. He can maybe become our culinary consult.
He could.
You know, we could say, "Hey, Sue needs new recipes for breakfast. Come up with a few for us."
Yeah, he does.
Oh, and speaking of breakfast, we had a really good one.
Yeah,
this
we had a
morning.
really good breakfast
We
this
had
morning.
Susie Maud eggs. Yep, this was totally a new thing for her. 2 things
Yeah,
were new
I
today.
made them be my guinea pigs.
Yeah,
And we're more than willing.
yeah. As you can see, we're
Yeah,
I'm more than
it
happy to eat
was
whatever.
kind of eggs Benedict, but not with hollandaise. It had a cheese sauce on top of it.
It was really good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
It
As you'll
worked.
see from the clear table that we managed to
Devour it.
eat it all, and I was going to lick my plate, but Sue took it away
I
from me.
offered her chips because the cheese sauce,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
she said no.
No.
No, she didn't. So,
Oh, and I needed to wave to Ryan. So Ryan,
Hi, Ryan. We're saying hi. It's a good thing that Did he tell all his friends to subscribe to us?
I think that he's not telling his friends.
Probably
thing
not.
About
Probably
us.
not.
Maybe in a couple years when we're kind of like way up there, you know,
Yeah.
and Jimmy Kimmel's talking about us. And
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You know, then maybe he'll might mention us. But
Okay,
up before.
talking about celebrities, have you guys seen the Geico commercial where John Stamos is knitting a scarf?
I know, don't you
No.
love it?
Of course,
Oh my gosh, it's hysterical. He's like, and he throws out terms that like I've never heard of, so I think
Yeah.
they're just completely made up. But he's like, because they say something like, "What are you waiting for, John Stamos, to knit you a scarf?" And then they pan into John Stamos, and he's finishing off a scarf, and then he throws it and stabs the knitting needle into the ball of yarn.
And the scarf looks like it's just a knit to purl to type of look. And it's done with a
he
bulky
says reverse
type of-
stockinette.
with a garter, slip stitch, something else.
And reverse stockinette.
And he goes like this, and she goes,
It's
"Oh."
hysterical.
She goes,
I have not. No, I don't watch enough
"It's
network
so soft." Is it soft like your hair? Is your hair this soft?
That's funny. It's funny.
Yeah, it's funny. He's cute anyway.
Well,
Yeah.
Of course he's cute.
I mean, I think
It's John
he's adorable.
Stamos. Come on.
That's fun to see that.
Yeah.
I thought, hey, we got a knitting reference, and it wasn't
Yeah.
like, oh lady.
Yeah, no.
Speaking of knitting references, did you guys watch Frivolous and Frugal last week?
I did.
And what a nice shout out we got from them. Bless you, ladies.
You guys need to watch Frivolous and Frugal. These
Yes.
ladies.
They remind me, if we were related,
Yeah.
they're two sisters, and one gal Dawn is frivolous and buys yarn like I do, and then Penny is
Frugal.
more cost saving.
These two, and I'm just the tag in that just.
Anyway, they're good fun to watch, and just such nice things they said, and we appreciate
I'll
it
put the
very
link down
much.
for them because if you
It's
like
a good
us,
one.
you'll like them. They're
Yeah, I think
they're great.
Yeah.
Information.
And the shawls that
Oh yeah.
oh my gosh.
Well, and
Fantastic.
Dawn had seen. I'm pointing to a shawl that's laying out of camera range, but had seen the green and white one that we showed a few weeks ago, and had contacted me regarding the yarn that I'd used for it. So,
yeah.
they're watching us too, which is great.
Which is
Yeah.
nice. Cool. We got everything together then.
I need to put
We
that.
are
I
on
need
it.
to put their
Yeah.
link down.
Don't forget
Yeah.
to write things down so that we have stuff that we're
So that we
track of.
have them in the show notes, so that you folks can.
Yeah, I have to. You know,
What'd you write?
get friggin' fruit link.
Friggin' Fru.
Friggin' fru.
Friggin' Fru.
Friggin' Fru.
It's my shorthand. Like I used to be a waitress. I'm not going to write down the whole thing because I
Okay.
would spell it wrong anyway, and you guys would make fun of me.
Yes, we would.
Yeah,
Indeed.
I was I could spell it, but I couldn't pronounce it. And being a nurse and going over medications when the patients came
Oh
in
my
was the
God,
same
no.
thing. Was
Oh, jeez.
and you take that.
That
Okay.
one.
So yeah,
See this
okay.
little one? Take that
Yeah,
one.
you
Yeah.
take that one. So
The
yeah,
little
I
blue
have to-
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the little blue one,
Yeah.
which is only about 9,000 other little pills. So
Right.
you know, and be, but
Right.
I
Yeah.
could slaughter words like crazy.
Oh, but those words aren't really words. They're
Latin
They're a
things that
bunch
people
of
made up.
consonants stuck together. Oh,
They did.
They're
and-
words that have too many vowels.
Yeah,
well, I always think of too many consonants, but whatever. They got too many of.
yeah.
They're not. Yeah, they're not nice words.
No, they're not.
They're not made for
Not
like
like
us
dog.
layman people to remember what they are. So when you go back to your doctor and they say, "What are you taking?" I don't know.
Yeah.
This,
Yeah.
this.
You know,
and
but
this.
I
haven't
used
a
to
clue.
say that to patients all the time as the nurse doing it. I would be like, do you have a list of your medications? No, I didn't bring them with me. Do you know what you take?
No.
I don't know. And I'd be like, and then you'd look at the significant other and say, do you know what they take? And they're like, yeah, they take about 3 or 4 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. One's
Yeah.
for this, one's for that. And I'm like, okay. And I'd say, it's a really good idea. Write it down, blah, blah, blah. Well, since I've retired, seriously, I don't have a list.
You don't have a list.
Mikey
You're a
doesn't have a
freaking
list.
nurse and you don't have a list. Nobody
But
has a list of
no,
what you take.
No, until yesterday. Now, I shouldn't say that. Today I do. Because CVS is where we get all of ours through.
Uh-huh.
And you can make a little card with your...
Oh, cool.
Yeah, at the very... you can make your own prescription card with a little bit of a history, an emergency contact. So I printed it out, and now Mikey and I both have one that have the current medications. Because now he's
Have
like...
you seen what Amazon is doing?
I like that.
No.
for your prescriptions. If you have your prescriptions filled by Amazon puts them in daily packets.
See, I
and
think
they
of all
send
those
them
little
to
packages.
you in a daily pack. That well, I mean, I sit here and I have a weekly thing that I put all, and mine are just over the counter things that I take. A vitamin,
Sure.
a vitamin D.
Yeah.
Like
Which everybody should be taking vitamin D3.
Yeah.
D3.
I need to look at.
So I take a multivitamin, and
Mm-hmm.
I take a D, and I take a 24-hour allergy, and I take a couple over-the-counter sleepy things. So I have a Monday through Friday that has all those in it.
You don't have a prescription?
No, I don't have any prescriptions. No, not anything that I have to go to the doctor for. But I still have a Monday through Friday thing, and once a week.
Saturday and Sunday.
Once a week, I have to go through and put them all together. Where Amazon, they just send you all of them, and they're already in daily packs.
Yeah,
I don't take that many that it's that big of a deal.
I
And
would
the
think
thought
that'd
of all
be
those
great
little
for
pieces
travel.
of paper to throw away bothered me somehow. But that's just me. I
can understand people on the outside, like in the hospital. That's how we get them, for sent up because they prepackage a lot of them. And so when I get the meds to take to Sue at 9:00, they'd be prepackaged, or you would take them out of Pyxis or something like that. The only thing I am hesitant with you doing that is there's so many little blue pills.
Right.
And if by chance the machine doesn't get it correct, then I'm a little leery about passing out.
But couldn't they be an incorrect pill in your bottle that you get from
true.
the pharmacy
Same
too?
principle.
So
Yeah, you're going under the thing.
Or
When you're traveling, I think that would be like amazing, because then you don't have to. It's all just kind of together. These are morning. These are afternoon. You just reach and you take.
I don't want to promote Amazon though, because I think they're taking over the world. So
yeah. Well, sorry. Don't forget we said the
never
A
mind.
word. It's a race.
Yeah.
We won't put that in the comments.
So
I think everybody knows how to find Amazon.
You think?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of.
Yeah, I'm not going to put a link to Amazon. Everybody knows how to get there.
But when I was
It's kind of like, do you need a link for Google? No.
When I went in to get my eyes examined, the optometrist was saying to me, "Do you have any new medications?" And I went, "Oh yeah, and she had a list of them by name, and
because they're getting that through the whatever that thing is where
The government kind of went through it, and if you're attached to,
she knew the real names, and I didn't know the real names, and so I was surprised, and I thought, "What are you asking me for?"
The Whatchamadinger Act.
Well, the Whatchamadinger Act?
There's
the Mingamadinger Act. And
whatever
so
it is, yeah.
Well, and actually, like every time I go in,
you have to
it's
sign a
within
thing
a
that
system.
says that it's okay for them to put all
Apparently
your
I
information
signed
in
it.
there.
Yeah. So, and they're supposed to talk to each other, even though a lot of times they don't.
Well, she did talking to somebody.
Or
it's
something.
fine, and it was,
it's handy at least,
yeah,
because then
she
you
pronounced it,
can
and I couldn't.
sign it, you can hear it and think, yeah, I'm still on it.
Yeah,
or,
that sounds right.
Yeah,
It started with a D, and I knew that was
right. It was
Exactly.
close enough. Yeah, it's in that neighborhood. So, and if you look at them and go, and they say, then they'll come up with the brand name, or they'll say what it's for, and you're like, oh yeah, that's it. And even though it maybe isn't, but it's close enough for government work. So, that's how we normally fly around here anyway. So close enough.
Well, I have to tell you guys out there how fabulous these two are, because Wednesday night we decided that we were gonna have dinner together and celebrating.
She goes on date night with her husband.
And he's gone.
He's off in Phoenix
He's been
again.
gone for quite a while. I mean, every couple of weeks. So.
And we were celebrating, getting to that 100 mark. That was our first little goal, and so we hit that. And we went to our friendly tavern, like normally, our favorite friendly tavern. And I had one too many cocktails, so this just one too many. Just one. So this one here drove me home in my car,
which got me wanting a car.
Now she's like, I might have to go to this dealership now when I need a new car. This one followed her, and then they both drove back to get her car, so my car was at home.
so you wouldn't have to Uber at 5 o'clock in the morning to go get
to go get my
your
car.
car during the day, or Uber
That's
to
what
work
friends
and then
do.
Uber over.
I mean, you do it
that's
for
what
me.
we-
Well,
you do it
yeah,
for us.
totally.
Yeah.
You
Totally
know,
would have.
And one of the most exciting things though about that night, I got to drive straight into the driveway.
She did.
Oh,
she got to park in the middle of the garage.
The middle of the garage. Now Sue's garage driveway is a little steep, so you kind of come up, so you think
You
are
can't
like
see where you're going.
you
when
kind
you
of
come
think
up.
you're gonna go to the ceiling.
Yeah,
or the
you're gonna
door,
hit the top of the
but
garage.
you kind of zoom, and then you level out, and it's like landing right in the middle, and you're like right in the middle. I kept waiting the guy to go.
Yeah, like flags out. You're good. I actually have a tennis ball that's hanging
on
down
her
from
side.
my side because
Yeah.
But it was. I have to admit that was. I can understand how cool that would
it
be.
is parking in the middle of the garage, and my
Parking in the
garage is
middle of the
great.
garage. It's like amazing.
Yeah, so that
you
was
know.
my good. That's how good these two are to me. So
Well, we do it again for you anyway.
Yeah, we're going to try it again Wednesday night.
And for me, all you
Okay.
have to do is pick up the phone and call Mikey. He'll come and get me. He's
Yeah.
pretty good about that.
yeah, because you had way too many iced teas.
Yeah, I had Diet Coke.
Oh yeah, Diet
She
Coke.
had iced tea. No, she
No,
had
I was
Corona.
No, she had Corona.
She
I was
had a
drinking
Corona.
beer.
Yeah.
But she only had 2 Corona, and
I had 2.
Oh yeah, that's a nothing for her.
I had
A
3
nothing for me?
of mine.
Yeah, such a heavy drinker.
Yeah.
I had 3 straight
So
up
did
drinks.
you come straight home and go to bed?
No, I had another cocktail.
Good for you. Good for
I got
you.
home. I was at home. So what? You know.
You were saying there was something. Oh, tell about Jamie's phone call.
This is hysterical. This is my new
Wednesday
latest
night.
thing when people travel out to the hot weather. Here we
Don't
are.
Remind me.
Oh,
He calls her and she's like, "Oh, it's Jamie. He doesn't usually call me when he's on the road like this." And he must have been upset or something because the first thing she said he told her was, "I'm going to go buy oven mitts." And she's like,
Oh yeah, that one. That was hysterical.
"And oven mitts?" And she's like, "Yeah." She goes, "That was Jamie. He just called to tell me he was going to get
he was
oven
gonna
mitts."
go buy oven mitts.
And Mike and I looked at each other like, "Oven mitts?"
Yeah.
So my husband is in Phoenix, Arizona, at our warehouse there again, and he calls me to tell me he's going to like Walmart or somewhere to get oven mitts, and I went, "Are you staying at a place that has a kitchenette or something? You know?" And he's like, "No, I can't touch the steering wheel in the car, so I'm getting oven mitts just so I can drive the car back to the hotel room." I'm like dying laughing. Only a Polak would think to go get oven mitts.
She says that with love.
Yeah, she does. And don't send no letters, no notifications. It's a
Oh
it's a
no,
wonderful
he
thing.
will tell you I'm a Polak and that's why
Well,
I
he
did it.
is, so he's
Yeah,
okay,
he is.
and that's all right.
Yeah.
So we're all right with that. But I thought that was hysterical, and I told my husband
mitts.
that. And
Oven
he's-
mitts.
And at first you could see it was confusion on his face, and then he was like, "Oh, that's a pretty good idea. Like, I'm going to
Only a
remember
man would
that."
think that. You know,
Yeah.
and here's the thing. He's in a warehouse and these guys do mechanical things. So they have work gloves in the warehouse. Why didn't he think to just
Grab a pair of
grab
gloves.
a pair of work gloves and wear those?
Yeah, I don't. That would
I hope
be,
he brings the oven mitts home to me because, you know.
They
those-
might be pretty cool.
He better
hopefully.
pack them in his
They
luggage.
can't be as cool as the oven mitt you got me.
Yeah, that one. Was
You'll have
good.
to stay tuned to another episode.
that's
I'll
another-
bring that out
yeah,
at
at
some
some point.
other episode.
And I got her socks that are very similar. So
Yes, you did.
yeah, I have to do that.
Yeah.
So what are you doing this week? You were just kind of working on.
I've been tinkering around with everything, so I just have another. I have another Corona cowl that I have in front of me
Oh, this belongs
that I'm
to
putting.
somebody?
Yeah, it's not mine.
It's not mine.
It's nope. It's one of our gals in our group, and I'm not going to say
Okay,
who.
yeah, I know.
I'm not
Well,
going
it's
to
not
show the
mine.
beginning. It's not either of yours. I'm not going to show the beginning, so the person
So the
watching
person can't see it. That's fine.
can't tell. But
Right.
yeah, so I'm putting in. I actually have the tag on this one.
Woohoo!
It's a leading men.
It's very
Ooh, I like
Halloween.
that.
It's
What's that
I know,
called?
isn't it funky? It's green and black and orange. It's really cool. Is that beat? Oh, Boo. It's called Boo.
Boom!
Boo. But yeah, it's Showstopper.
Whoa! It's this
Intermission
bright
fingering
green. It's
weight
this,
from
like,
Leading Men.
My favorite slimy, sludgy green.
Right.
My phosphorescent. Let's.
Yeah.
But so
safety green.
it's kind of it's
turning out
it's
pretty
kind
good.
of pooling up there, kind of cool.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of nice. I like that.
So
That's good. So
I'm
you've
trying
been
to.
working
I'm
that-
trying to look at that. Because I know I've knitted on it. No, not that.
Oh, this? Yeah, this is you down here, honey. It's either this here or that there.
Those two.
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, those three.
Yeah.
I may have done those three.
Whatever.
Somebody put this
That's
in.
Noemi.
Noemi did that?
Noemi.
Okay.
Thanks, Noemi.
Yeah, so I have been I've been working, and I put in a row or two on like my fluffy beige. Put in a row or two on the blue silk. Put in a row or two on this, and
in a couple of weeks we'll have to do like what's it called, introspection or retrospection, or we can review or something where we go over and can show you some of the stuff that we had been working on that maybe we either finished or didn't. And
all of our finished stuff we show them.
Yeah, all the finished stuff we show them is Micah. I haven't finished. Well, I finished my hat.
And I finished my wading hat.
My hat's done, and I'm going to start another hat because I really like hats. Well, I did this week. Remember last week, guys, I was talking to you about this Wonderland kit that Katie has in the shop, and you can get them on the monthly thing. This one is called Star Stitch Shawlette, okay? And you can kind of see it's a little bit open, kind of, but the pattern. Well, mine, it calls them not to give the pattern away, but you purl on the way back. And at some point, you purl 2 on the one side, and then you purl through the back loop so that the edge is supposed to be the same on both sides.
You have to go this way.
Okay.
There you go.
There. See, so that this edge is open on both sides. Well, I didn't do it that way. I purled my yarn overs through the back loop, which created a very close design.
But more closed.
Yeah, more closed, but it kind of makes it a thing. And
I think that's like a cool texture, though.
And the back, it's kind of reversible because it makes this really nice edge. See this line that it makes on the other side? So you can get almost reversible with this one. But I went back when I Xeroxed it. I was like, wait a minute. This is really open. So I went and I found some little yarn, and this is from one of my row ones. I'm going to actually do it to see how the difference is. This is the way when you just purl all the way back. Okay, you can't tell because the yarn's not so light, but it leaves a very open section. So if you're going to do that, if you bought the kit and went to Katie's, or if you're into the Wonderland Wonderland yarns, it creates an open, but if you knit through the back loop on your yarn overs, you can close it up. So that's what I did this week.
You know, that's what I did on my first Bendy Arrow.
Yeah.
I knit through the wrong leg of the yarn over, and it closes it.
Yes.
Yeah, if you knit through the wrong leg.
And knit through the back loop. If you knit through this.
So I had to consciously do it wrong the rest of the way once I figured out why mine looked different than the pattern.
Yeah. And I was going to do a little more on this, and I pulled it out last night, and
it's easier to do it that way, isn't it?
It is.
It's easier to do it that way than the wrong way.
I'm catching myself doing it the way, because I've done more on this
the wrong way.
So hopefully when I get back from Florida in a couple weeks, I'll have one done for you to show you. So
okay.
But this yarn is called Common Chameleon yarn, and it came in a row 1. I don't know if anybody knows about row 1, but she's you sign up and it's a monthly thing.
Yeah.
And she gives you yarn in these little packets which we'll talk more about in another week, but I just wanted to show you. They come like this. She winds them all up and you get 10. So you get a sock skein. You get a skein of sock yarn.
Yeah.
But you get the whole
That would be a festive sock.
Yeah. Or
you get the equivalent of a skein, but in like 10
different colors ways that kind of go together and stuff. So, but
I like the idea of that. I love that. If you're wanting to try out different dyers and see how their colors are.
Yeah. It's really pretty interesting, and you go. In fact, the first time I heard about it was a little over about a year and a half ago. We were at the shop. Mm-hmm. And Leading Men had done it.
Village Yarn Company.
Yes. And Leading Men had done it. And they were there for a trunk show
Mm-hmm.
that weekend. So we were like, they brought in their little ones,
Mm-hmm.
and the guys were like, yeah, that's all right, So everybody was talking. And that's how I
Yeah.
got hooked on it, and they're fun. And I've done a couple of scarves with them, and they're great little things. But what I'd like to do is I should take all of them and just kind of start separating the colors. Like put all the beiges together, you know what I mean? So all my greens together, so that if I needed a color or I wanted to add a little bit of color to something.
I say you just do
Yeah.
a blanket.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And randomly pick another color. I wouldn't even. I
That
would just
sounds like fun. I should
throw
do
them
that.
into a big kitchen bag or something. So
Yeah.
when you need another one, you just drop your hand in and grab a new one.
There was a crochet pattern that we did years ago, Red Heart pattern. I think it's called the Black Bag. And you took all your scraps and you literally stuck it in a big garbage bag, allegedly. And you picked one color, either a navy blue or a white or a black, to put in between. And when you do like a ripple or a granny square or a back and forth, and you just keep crocheting, and when you got to the end, you'd pick up the main color, okay? And you'd finish that row and then do 2 rows, okay? So it was kind of separate. Then you'd reach in and you just grab another color and just keep going. And they were kind of fun, back in the day when that was all you had was, your Coates and Clark and
Red Heart.
And Red Heart back in the 70s and stuff. They were great.
Well, you still had wool, but it was just a lot harder to get.
Yeah, and it was so
wasn't as-
scratchy. We haven't, we've come so far in all the years that they've been doing some of these.
Yeah.
So that's mine. And Micah, you're always the busy one with our group.
Yes, you are.
So what did you have this week?
I have a finished, my almost finished object from last week is now finished, which is this shawl,
This
which
is so fun.
which is Blakefield.
Blakefield. Look at this with the tassels on it. Oh my gosh. Look at the tassels.
Yep, I had to put tassels.
I love them.
And we'll try and get a good picture of it to post on Instagram, so watch for that. But this is, Blakefield is the pattern name. What I have is, this is Leading Men, their carnival colorway, and then the white is Savvy Skeins.
Yeah.
I try to keep Savvy Skeins on hand because their solid colors are really intense. They're very rich, well dyed, I think. You found a thing.
Sorry.
She found a thread.
I found a thread, but I did. It's not a big deal. It's just right here. We'll just snip it away, and you'll never even know it's there. Or put it through on the other side. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyhow, this I got it done and got it blocked, and it just looked lonely. So I put the tassels on
I love the tassels.
because I could.
These tassels are fantastic.
I debated about a
Here,
third one
let me-
here,
Let me
and I may go back and do that.
well, let's see. If I go like this.
It's off. It's asymmetrical.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, it does a beautiful front. I mean, it makes it fun in the front.
Gosh, look at these tassels, guys. These are fun.
These are fun.
Yeah, you could.
You could.
You could do another tassel, but these two are fine.
These two are fine. This is fun.
I like it.
We like it.
Okay, there you
I
go,
was
guys.
gonna, wear this until I start sweating,
Okay,
and then I'll take it off.
Okay.
the other thing I've been working on is my granddaughter has requested a poncho, and I would like to say that I'm just zooming right along, but this thing is.
I'd say you are zooming right along compared to what I have done.
It's
this
coming
week.
along. It is, the pattern name is Janice, and I don't remember the designer, but it's a reversible pattern. Real easy. It even has a lace at the bottom where I started out, and it even came out right, which for me is a freaking miracle. But it's just
She
a whole
followed the pattern.
She followed the pattern. Microphone. I'm going to write that down.
You're right.
Write that down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, this
And
is.
you're using what are you? Savvy
Oh, I'm
Skates?
using. No, this is Dragon Horde.
Oh, Dragon Horde. Okay.
Yeah, and that's what my granddaughter picked out. And I like the color. It's going to be fine. It's going to be very attractive for her.
Yeah, I
and
like.
she's
I love
going to
the
be
color.
a beautiful girl. Well, she is a beautiful girl,
Of course she is.
but she's going to be a beautiful girl with a poncho when I get that done. And I've got another shawl on the needles, but I didn't bring it along because
That's okay.
I'm not sure it's going to stay on the needles. It may get
Understandable.
frogged.
Understandable. Well, I went to a shop here that
That's
closing.
yesterday that is closing. It's sad to see a yarn shop closing, but I think there was, like, she said she's on to bigger and better things. So I'm not sure what.
I think
I'm not
she's
sure
moving to Scotland.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's what somebody had said.
So
cool.
I ran down there yesterday to,
check it out.
check it out. And I purchased probably a sweater quantity
great.
of Brooklyn tweed.
So we'll be looking for a sweater?
Well, once I find a pattern. So I didn't have a pattern in mind when I went in.
Maybe.
I actually went in thinking of stocking up the fingering or sock yarn because we don't have enough of that
hell no.
here. And they really didn't have a whole lot of fingering sock yarn.
Okay, I would suggest that our viewers might have patterns that they could recommend for Sue. Are you looking for a pullover or a cardigan?
I think I'm just going to do a simple color work on the top. I might have a pattern. I just haven't gone through my patterns for it yet. But yeah, if you know of a simple pullover, I'm not. Yeah,
With one color.
2 colors.
Oh, well, this would be
Well,
the body.
Yeah, main color is this. And
Kind of cute.
I'm
You're right in the sun.
simple-
When she first showed me, it looked very tan, but it's kind of got a pinky.
It's kind of pinky.
Yeah.
It picks up a bit of a pink hue in this tan.
Yeah, it doesn't photograph very well at all.
No,
so
it's
not
called
even
Brooklyn
picking it up
Tweed
here.
Perry or something like that. I loved it. It's sourced in Utah and Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
It's spun in Springvale, Maine,
Yeah.
and dyed in Sarco, Maine.
Yeah.
So this has got a lot of frequent flyer bundles on
Sarco?
it.
Yeah,
and now here
it
it
has.
is in Indiana.
And now it's in Indiana. So
I wonder if we could get their miles. What's it called?
Arabesque.
Arabesque. Yes. See, I told you, I'll swallow a word.
Numbers are my thing, guys.
I can do words.
I can't read.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that'll be
yeah, so I had a birthday gift card that was burning a hole in my pocket.
Oh God, I hate when that happens.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I got like, I don't know, 7 or 8 of these and 3 of these. So
Anyway, send your suggestions.
yeah,
Um,
probably a short sleeve sweater because each one of these only has
I think we can.
210
I
yards.
think we can mention it. Our
Yes?
big surprise.
our big
Yeah,
surprise.
our big surprise is good because we've been at this 35 minutes.
Okay,
She's just itching to tell you.
No, I want her to tell.
who?
You.
Me?
Yes,
Okay.
you. We're like the Three Stooges. Who?
Who you?
Who's
Let's
on
go
first?
Where are we going? Woohoo!
Okay.
No, wait, we all have to do a Chinese fire drill first.
Stop it, Deb.
Did you ever do those?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. You
Yeah.
ever did a Chinese fire drill?
Yes, I know what it is, but I was
Sit your
always
ass
sitting in
down.
the middle.
Oh.
They're all going, what? What are you going to tell us?
What are you going to
Okay, and we have talked about this dyer before. I have been in contact with this lady, and she's been very, very supportive of us. And she has I'll show you a couple of skeins. It's Savvy Skeins. This is one of her colorways called, I think it's Wisteria. Yes, Wisteria, which is really pretty lavenders and
Look at this color.
yeah,
Oh my
and it's
gosh.
and that's on her Sensible sock. The other thing that I really
Let's
like.
see if we can't get a good photo of that.
That's
right
good.
there.
Very good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
The other thing that I like that she has is her solids are really rich colors.
Now
So-
that's Savvy Skein.
This is
Yeah,
still
it's
Very
Savvy
close
Skeins.
to your
Yeah.
niece's color.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Look
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah, and
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
like I said,
Super
very
saturated,
rich,
nice and-
saturated, solid colors. Anyway, so I had contacted Miss Savvy, earlier this week and said, we're going to be doing a broadcast this weekend. Is there anything going on that you would like for us to announce, like a new colorway or a special, anything like that.
Well, and you were looking for black as well.
Oh, I was.
She was looking for black yarn and couldn't find it.
I had been on Savvy Skeins a couple of times looking for black yarn, and on Savvy Skeins the colorway is carbon. Anyway, and so I contacted her and I said, when are you going to have this in hand? Because I've tried a couple of times to find it.
I need it.
Yeah, I like to keep black and white on hand so that when I'm doing a scarf that I have a color to go with. As you can see on this one, this is
Savvy
Skeins.
And the green one.
Anyway, and so she responded by saying, I do have it in stock, but she said I haven't updated my website. So she, within the next few minutes, updated her website, got back with me and said, okay, I've updated my website, at which point I went to the website and ordered black yarn, carbon, which is in the mail now. Anyway, she's just been a really responsive, supportive person for us. And this, as we were communicating this week, she said,
oh my gosh.
when are you broadcasting again? And anyway, long story short, she is offering a 20% off coupon if you use the coupon code Flock Around the Table.
Yes.
This is to our viewers only.
Yay!
And it's good for this week until
the 30th.
August 30th, yes.
So it's good for another 7 days.
So, and these two are on the website today, and it's up and ready to go.
It works.
Please support Savvy Skeins.
Put Flock Around the Table in the coupon code section.
And it automatically comes there.
20%
off of everything.
That's amazing, and we totally appreciate it. I told her that she was amazing and that we were madly in love with her and her yarn. So
yeah, and if she wasn't in Texas, I'd be like having a road trip.
I can road trip to Texas.
We could road trip to Texas.
You guys can road trip to Texas. I'm on the plane.
Oh, see, you and I would drive, and she'd have to fly.
Well,
you're such
even
a
in
princess.
The caddy?
Well, I don't know, maybe in the caddy.
In the caddy. We could do it in the
caddy.
Jamie's caddy. In Jamie's caddy. Jamie's caddy. We'll float down the road in Jamie's caddy.
We'll float down the road in Jamie's caddy. So we may have to do that. It's probably about
maybe when
a day drive. So that'd be fun.
Yeah.
It's in San Antonio. Oh, San Antonio is a great city. It's outside of San Antonio, New Brunswick or something. I remember looking it up, and San Antonio is a great city, and I think their little town probably would be fun to go around too. So you never know, if three little crazy ladies pop into your shop, you'll be like, oh my God, they really came. Close the doors. No.
They're real.
They're just not an apparition on TV. They're really people.
I think, okay. So
anyway, thank you, Miss Savvy Skeins.
Thank you.
For sure.
And my favorites this week, I'm going to buy, I am going to get Snowball, which is the white, which is this, and I'm probably going to get a carbon or two because, again, black is something that you need to have.
Yeah, I like to keep it on hand.
And they have this other one called Wild Erie or something. It's an iris color. It's a purple with a green in it.
Well,
and that's amazing. And her goldenrod.
Oh my gosh! I am not a yellow fan. I am not a yellow fan at all. I'm not big on this new golden color. Yeah. But this yellow, it's stunning.
It is. Yeah.
It's super stunning.
And you may recall this shawl, and this was again.
Savvy Skeins.
This is the Labradorite. And
at the beginning.
Yeah, and that you're backwards, I think.
Anyway,
whatever.
And then the white was also the Savvy Skeins. So
yeah, that's
like I said, I'm a great fan of hers.
And I printed out a couple of patterns, and I was thinking of that Woolsia, which is Amber Boss. For the rest of the month, every day she puts one of her patterns in August at half off. And I was thinking about using the goldenrod on that pattern, Woolsia. So I'm thinking, oh my God, as if we need any more yarn, but you always need
more
yarn.
yarn.
Really need more yarn.
Yeah, her colorways are really stunning.
Yeah, and if nothing else, like I said, if you're just looking to, for 20% off, that gives you can go ahead and buy an extra white or an extra yellow or something that you use quite a bit.
You use a bunch of.
In your yarns that you need to have.
You don't have to have a reason to buy yarn.
No, you don't. No, it's just one of our rationales and one of our things, and it's just something
Who has the most yarn at the end wins.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was with Ravelry patterns.
Oh, that's Marcia.
No, I have more than Marcia.
Do you really?
I think Kristen has more than me, but I think in our little group, I think Kristen and then me. Yeah. Marcia doesn't have quite as many. She actually goes on mine.
But Marcia has like 2,000.
Honey, I have close to 10,000.
Oh my God! Why do I?
I have
I should
over
be
1,000
shopping at your
hats.
house.
I have 1,000 in my hats. And
You're
the funny
terrible.
thing is I'll go through the patterns. Like when I was looking for Madison's hat to make, I go through my library and I pick 3 or 4 of them out, and I'm kind of like, okay, this is possible, this is possible. And then I go and I do a search again.
Yeah,
through
you always
main
find
library,
16
and I always
more.
find 16 more. And what I do is I don't stay in the front. You know how it gives you like 32 pages? I go to page like 27 and work my way back because you never get that far. You know what I mean? You just get the hottest and the newest in the first 5 or 6 pages. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean because I don't.
Well, you don't
Now
do
you
library.
purchased all of these?
No. Most of them are free. Or I sign up
But
for
you
their
just put-
newsletter, and then they send you a code, and then you get that they give you a code for a free pattern, and then you can keep up on their newsletters and stuff. I probably get a good 20 different newsletters from different designers and things.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool because that's how I found Studio Knits, and Studio Knits is a website that she does a lot of sample knitting and stitch review, so that you can learn the reverse knit or the reverse rib stitch, or she'll do a chevron stitch that month, and it's kind of like a new thing to show you could do it in a pattern on a cowl, or you could do a scarf with it. But she teaches you different aspects of different stitches, and I found it there when we were working on Spare Tire. I found it there. So sometimes they're very helpful. Plus, then you hear about other little dyers on their websites, and just one of my newest favorite ones is Nomadic Knit, and they put out a book every so often, and it's 2 or 3 people, and one girl is out and about in the country, and I think she's up in Washington State now. She was just in Michigan, and they do designs, and they go to different places and different yarn shops, and then the girl at home puts the magazine together, and they have a digital and a printed one. And yeah, it's really cool. And then they have pictures from the States, you know what I mean, from wherever they're at. Is really cool in this book. And and I think that's kind of fun, and I learned about them because it's travel. I thought, ooh, maybe we need to go on the road.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Hey, you two could go on the road, but I still got to go to work.
Well, yeah. Okay, so everybody tell your friends to support us so that someday we can get all this financial support so we
Stop
can
it,
get
Chip.
Stu off of work and in a truck. Could you see the 3 of
Oh my
us
gosh.
driving down
I'm
the
going to
road?
find
in one of
driving
those?
like
a
driving
class
a Winnebago.
A. Yeah, a big class A.
Oh Lord, no.
Yeah, we need a class A.
You
'cause
need a
we'd
class
to
A.
have
We have to have all of our yarn with us.
We'd have to have a bunkhouse. We'd have
We
to
need to have a
toy
big
car.
Winnebago.
We'd have to have a toy
we can have one of
car.
those race car pulls. You know, where you have a fifth wheel
yeah.
and then a pull a race car
We
truck
could
thing.
put all
Yeah.
our yarn in
If
the,
we're
in
going to
the
do
fifth
that,
wheel.
I want a Winnebago.
Well, that is a class A. That's the big bus one.
The big honkin', and then
Yeah,
so
with the 3 slide outs.
Yeah, we
yeah,
could-
yeah.
One slide out could be the yarn room.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then instead of being a toy hauler, it could be a yarn hauler.
It's a yarn hauler.
And we could get one of these little cars, like a little
Flock
like
around the Winnebago.
Yeah, flock around the Winnebago. Little like Fiat, you know, that we could just drive in.
One of those little
and
smart
then,
cars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we could drive to the yarn shops that we visit and all this fun stuff. Oh, I think that would be
There's
so
a
cool
new.
for us.
There's a new.
When we grow up.
Yeah.
There's a new concept car in the works. I don't remember the company name because it's not Ford or GM or whatever. But it's a 3-wheeled car.
Fun.
It's completely enclosed. It's battery operated. It's 1 wheel in the front, 2 wheels in the back, and then there's like this bubble over it, so it looks kind of Jetson like,
Cool.
And I thought that it's a concept car still. I don't think it's out there on the market anywhere, even in the world. But the price tag on it was quite reasonable.
Cool.
Once it goes into production, I was actually thinking about getting one of those just for me here because what do? I drive back and forth from work.
Yeah.
Because it was like under $20,000
That'd be fun.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah.
Speaking of prices,
for a battery operated electric car.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of prices,
Unlike the
I
Tesla
saw
right now.
I saw an advertisement for Rothy. Rothy is a company that makes like handbags and shoes out of recycled plastic bottles. And I thought, that's great.
Cool.
I think that's a wonderful idea. So I got on their website because they had some really nice looking bags, similar to the one that you had last week, Deb.
Okay.
And so I was looking at it, and it's outrageous. I mean, they're recycling plastic, for God's sake.
Yeah, but it's expensive to turn that stuff into.
Apparently.
Yeah, because you
I mean,
It's sort
a
of
bag was like $350.
yeah.
I would expect
Oh
good
yeah,
leather for that.
that would be that's a little bit high. But I was
But
looking
for
like
good
this.
leather, you have to kill a cow.
Yeah.
For this, you're taking.
But you're killing a cow for the hamburger anyway.
Yeah, but those hides don't go into.
Don't they?
I don't think so. No.
I don't know what they do with
I don't
those
know
hides.
either.
We're not
But
gonna get-
anyway, I
digress.
thought that was
I digress.
awfully
Yeah.
expensive. I was very disillusioned.
Well, it's expensive to do stuff because
To
I've
save
been
the
looking
planet?
for fabric. You know, maybe
Well, how much
designing
do you
your own
think?
fabric.
How much do you think we have to pay those guys to go out there and collect those bottles per hour? How many bottles do you think they can
And then we have
collect
to
in
ship them,
in an
and then
hour?
they have to compact them, and then
Oh,
they
come
have to
on.
drop
All right,
them.
all right.
I mean, that's
And then
why
you have to
stuff
have
is
It just
expensive.
seemed
You
a
have to
little
buy the-
pricey to me.
You have to buy the machine that breaks it down and then
revamps it and then cuts it and then designs it,
Shut
and then
up.
all the people in the office that are running
Well, you
the
know-
tech stuff and everything else. And we're getting it's probably close to time
I,
to say goodnight.
Not yet.
No,
Close.
no.
The other thing
No.
that I do that supports the environment is there's a company called For Ocean,
Yeah.
and they are taking bottles and other crap out of the ocean, and you can support them by buying. I have 3 of them here. They're it's just a woven bracelet, a braided bracelet that says For Ocean. They have others that are beaded, and each time you buy one, it pulls another pound of plastic trash out of the ocean. So I have been supporting them for the past year or so, and I bought several of these. My grandchildren have them. Deb has one.
Yep.
I need to get one for Sue, but she wouldn't wear it because she has to work in a warehouse. But anyway,
Yeah,
I don't run that often because I forget to put it on, even though it
I
sits
would
with the watch.
probably put it on and just leave it on. I don't. Yeah.
I
like,
should.
like this.
I don't have.
This probably would be better than the beaded one.
Whatever.
Or,
But see,
I
I
can
sleep
get
on
you
my
one,
hand.
sweetheart.
so-
yeah. Oh.
Yeah, she needs one of her own. So anyway.
I made you a turtle one.
Yes, you did. Yes,
I
you
did.
Yes, you did.
I did make you a
Oh
turtle
yeah, we
one.
have to speak on
You guys
Village
have-
Yards Company this week.
Yeah,
yeah.
a little shop update.
Yes.
While we're rambling on, our local yarn shop,
Village Yarn Company.
Village Yarn
In
Company,
Zionsville,
is
Indiana.
having a pre-order sale on this yarn by SHEEPYTIME Knits, and this is specially dyed special for the coronavirus. It's called.
Special for the coronavirus.
Yeah, we've got a virus, now we've got a colorway. It's
Yeah.
called Knitting People Together. It's a really pretty
I'm trying to see if I can get this label the right way. There we go.
soft pastel-y color.
Yeah.
You can pre-order through September 5th. After September 5th, she's going to have some in stock. You can pre-order it on any base, any weight. She had samples of it in the shop that you can go in and look at and touch and
Fun.
and feel. It is.
It's nice.
It's
and,
nice.
And
It's
SHEEPYTIME
got.
is a local dyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
She's-
what is
Put that
the
right there.
the percentage? Is I think
Look at how that shows up on there.
It does.
That's awesome.
That's a good
Does
way.
well.
Now we know from now on. That's how we just sort of said.
But
it
we
down.
might get fuzzy. Like last week,
Yeah.
I'm really sorry about the video quality last week. I noticed it was quite fuzzy.
because it
Yeah, I
zooms
didn't-
in on this. I think
um,
maybe we were just fuzzy last week.
Yeah, maybe we were just a little tipsy. I don't know.
No, that was
Too much
Wednesday.
coffee. That was
Oh, that
Wednesday.
was Wednesday.
Yeah.
okay, this is 75% merino, superwash merino, and then 15% cashmere and 10% silk. So this is very luscious
Nice
yarn.
and soft and
Yeah.
squishy.
And that's again available at our local yarn shop.
Yeah, and you can either you can pre-order it through Katie, just give her a ring, or probably can contact her on Instagram or Facebook through the Village Yarn Company.
Yeah.
And I'll put a link down below for that too.
Great.
And probably her phone number.
Yeah.
Sounds
The shop
good.
number, that'd be great.
Sounds
So,
good.
and that's all the business I have to share.
That's all the business I have
Again,
to
thank you
share.
to Savvy Skeins. You're awesome.
Yes,
Yes, you
thank
are.
you, Savvy Schemes.
All of our viewers are probably on your website right now, making their choices.
Yes, and if you're not, then get on there, because otherwise we will come in and visit
We'll
you.
come and find you.
And say, yeah, we will.
Road trip.
Road trip.
Road trip.
I
Can
do
you
think,
tell I like to travel? I mean, it sort of like gives us.
I do think
have
a
an
road
excuse,
trip, when things kind of calm down a bit,
right?
Sue can get a vacation, and
Oh, I got lots of time. I just don't,
We should,
I can't go when Jamie's gone.
but we'll have to work.
I mean, I
around
can, but I
Jamie's
really
schedule.
feel bad about leaving
But I think-
Jordan by himself.
No, I understand.
But I think
get
with the Winnebago, we can take my dog along.
we could,
Harley's such a good dog.
yeah, we could.
Where are we going to store the Winnebago, though? Because I don't have room in my garage.
At Deb's house.
We'll just tell Mikey, guess what? You know that grass you like to keep
Yeah,
green?
you don't-
have to keep it green anymore.
No.
Yeah, we'll just kind of plow it right. If I show up with it, what is he going to do? He can't get
Good
rid of
point. I
it.
can't do it because I have a neighborhood association. They would throw a fit.
I'll just take it and we'll figure something out.
Besides, my driveway's not long enough for a Winnebago.
I could
Or
do
we could just store it up at Leah's.
Yeah.
There we
and then
go.
up to
That'd be part of
Leah's.
our road trip.
We're going to store it at your house, Leah.
We'll
okay.
start at Leah's house, and then Leah can
in the
meet us
back.
in Lansing or something.
She can bring it,
Yeah,
and
she
meet us
could meet us
halfway.
and then she could just
And she could even bring the
cruise it.
girls with
Bring the girls
because you have
because we'll
plenty
have a
of
bunk
plenty of
house
room.
and everything.
Sure.
And we'll
Yeah.
put a tent out and we'll
And a
just-
bouncy house and
Yeah.
we got it
We
all
got it all
covered.
together. So we
We just need
three
to
or
be
four
able to
Winnebagos.
We just
buy
need
one
a
of those.
Winnebago.
Yeah, we just need a Winnebago.
You know, my mom and dad used to deliver Winnebagos. This was back right after my dad retired, and they would go to South Bend and pick up one of these
Right.
vehicles
Take it down.
and either tow their car or mom would drive the car and they would deliver them. And some of their tales of where they went and
Oh, I'm sure. And back then.
Okay. All right. I have to tell you guys this one little story, a really
Okay.
quick story about
a Winnebago. Okay.
Jamie and I went to a bowling tournament in Chicago.
Okay.
This is when we lived in Minneapolis. So we drove to our friend's house who lived just outside of Chicago, about 45 minutes outside of Chicago. And he goes, my father-in-law is going to drive us to the bowling tournament. So we can tailgate on the way to the tournament, to the bowling tournament.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But he drove us in whatever motorhome.
Right.
Winnebagos,
Right.
but I'm just going to call it Winnebago with the 3 slide out.
Right.
We got sloshed in the back of that thing, totally drunk. This was 20 years ago. Totally drunk. His dad's driving us. We get there and we tailgated in the parking lot of a bowling alley. Before the tournament, it was hysterical. We had the slides out, we had big things up, we had barbecues going. It was for a bowling tournament.
Is that where he won the wall of wine?
No, that was a golf tournament.
Oh,
that was
wow.
a golf
Okay.
tournament.
All right.
No,
That's a
this
big
was, and this was 20 years ago, not 5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
Or whatever, however many years that was. Yeah, and we wore loudmouth golf attire.
Oh my.
For that tournament, that bowling tournament.
Oh
So
my.
yeah, one guy and I
Did you
wore.
win?
No.
Did you make it through the tournament?
Yeah.
Or were you in there?
Yeah, no. We it was an annual traditional thing.
Okay.
Right now, the name of the tournament is eluding me.
Yeah, but that's okay.
But it was kind of a farce tournament. I mean, it was really just a silly tournament.
To get everybody together.
It was like in the oldest bowling house in the nation. The lanes were broken down. There was always water falling down in the lanes.
So you had to bowl around buckets.
No, they didn't even put buckets out there. They just left the water, so you had to bowl through the water. There was a wall that dropped down about halfway down the alley, so you actually couldn't see the pins.
Oh my.
When you threw the ball, you had to duck down like this to see your ball going down. It was the craziest tournament. It was 10
It sounds like a
10 or
blast.
12 games in a row, and they do it 2 people on a lane, so you are speed bowling.
Yeah.
Like, you are drenched in sweat by the time you're done
Oh,
with
that
this.
sounds like hysterical
It's
fun.
called the Peterson Classic. That
There
just
you
came to my... It's called the Peterson Classic, and it's still going on to this day, but they have switched venues since this... And now they actually have, a decent lane. But we used to take new... we when we would bring newbies...
Mm-hmm.
that had, virgins to the Peterson Classic, but very good bowlers, 200 plus bowlers, and we would take them as a virgin to the Peterson Classic, and we would bet them like $100 that they wouldn't even break 100 on their first game. And we'd always win. Because they'd always think, oh, I'm a 220 average bowler. I'm going to break 100, no problem. I'll take you on that bet. Yeah. Yeah, and then they'd shoot like an 85. And we're like, pass it over, Bucky. You knew you weren't going to. We would tell them, bring like the lightest plastic ball that you can and like just use that one and throw it as hard as you can right down the middle. And they wouldn't believe us.
Well,
But whatever.
you have to work with the conditions that you have.
Peterson
That's
Classic.
so true.
Peterson Classic.
So, okay. Well,
At any rate, yeah. So
in a slice.
it's been an interesting day.
It has.
Mhm.
We got
Yeah.
a lot accomplished. We've got
We got your
Saturday
hair
games.
done.
I got my hair did. I got
It's
my
still
hair did.
curly.
It's still curly. Yeah. I
It
mean,
looks cute.
we might
I like it. I think it could work.
we might go with something,
You might have to do that
but
again.
I'm gonna have to like do it and sleep on it.
Yeah.
And
And make sure
really let it dry.
dries. Yeah.
At
I would
any
have
rate.
thought 4 hours would have been more than enough.
Would have thought so too, but
but maybe not. Maybe because I don't know.
whatever.
Whatever. So have a great week.
Yeah. Have a good
Stay
week.
safe. Thank you for watching and
Hit the subscribe
and share
and the notification.
and all that fun
Leave
dolly
comments.
stuff and leave comments.
Leave
Get
us
on Savvy
comments.
Skeins. Tell them thank you. We really appreciate
Yes.
what they're doing for us and get some fun yarn and get some good colors. Look for the fall because she's got some pretty colors.
Oh,
and
yeah,
some
some really
gorgeous
nice
colors.
She's
autumn
really got
colors.
some nice, and check out the goldenrod because believe me,
Yeah,
it
the goldenrod is
so
awesome.
cool. And Wild Eerie or something like that. It's purple and green. It's on the last page of Sensible Sock. Can you tell? I think I'm gonna get it. So anyway, we'll
Have
talk
a
to
good-
you.
What?
Stay healthy. Keep knitting.
Keep
Yay!
knitting.
And live long and prosper.
Live long.
Live long and prosper.